Good afternoon, sir. Today, Team 3 will present the Q&A session for the upcoming 23rd, I think it's 23rd of the Q&A session. Today, our Team 3 will demonstrate how the programs work for the latest version. And then, so each member will present to it. Before we start the presentation, I will clarify that our Xiqian, me and Clarence are doing the presentation in this computer, right? And then later we will combine for the team 1, which Theo and Joshua. So this is our team. My name is Benjamin Ethan, which is our team leader. And these are our group members, Zhang Xueqian, Clarence, Theo, and Joshua. So this is an overview of this presentation. Introduction, where is the project scope, and then the system features, which are the below. So later, each member will present their individual parts. So I will present the introduction first. So the purpose of this document of this presentation is to analyze and provide the detailed description of the requirement for the proposed hospital information system and provide a new system to it. And this project, in this presentation, we will show the purpose and the features of this system and how it will help the hospital to work more efficiently by replacing their legacy system. So this is our project scope of our system. Our project HIA is a software remake of the existing system and is a computer system programmed to manage day-to-day operations and is importing the data extracted from the database of legacy system to our HRS system, which this is the migration of data that we will done in the phase 2. And below is the function modules, patient admission, payment, patient billing, and some sort of user access management and data table maintenance and reporting as well. So this is our system features, patient module, admission, payment, bill, as user access and maintenance. This one is more focused on this phase 1. So now I will pass to one of my group mates, Xiqian, to present the patient and admission module.
Thanks, Benjamin. My name is Xiqian. I will present the patient admission model. For the patient model, the website can create the patient information, also can update the patient information details, and create, read, or update and delete the patient networking. For the patient admission model, which can create the patient admission and also can update the patient admission details and view the patient admission details. So this is a website. If the patient first enter the hospital, click this button, will create the patient information. And where can update the patient information? For example, name, IC, nationality, size, and so on. Click the update button will update the patient information. Can click the new RN button will create the new patient admission. This is a patient admission where we can update the initial ward call, initial ward class, and the reference. Click the save, will save the patient admission. We also can add the patient networking at the iris button. Enter the name relationship. Click the save. Where we can edit the networking information. And we can search the RN for this RN 0. Click the search button. It will display the patient admission information. That's all for my part. Now I will pass to Benjamin.
All right. So now I would like to continue the presentation. So now I would like to demonstrate first describe how the payment and deposit module in the payment work. So the purpose is create the deposit payment after the patient is already done their admission in the admission module, which presented by Xiqian just now. And it will log the deposit details after the patient is already paid the deposit and all the amount and details are validated, which are true, and saved into our system. And the last step is when the deposit payment is made, so cashier will print the deposit receipt and give it to patient. So that means the patient is already paid the deposit module and can go into the hospital to to proceed the bill. Okay. So now I'd like to demonstrate the bill and the payment, the deposit. So as you can see, this is our payment page. So you can see there's some of deposit here. The billable total in here is mean that the amount when the bill is paid. So the amount due and also the unclaimed balance. So now I'll demonstrate how the deposit payment is made. So if you first the cashier set the deposit and then enter the amount of patient paid. So for example, the patient is paid 100 and then select the cash and then I can select the payer name, the receipt description, for example, just simply what deposit one and then receipt serial number. Okay, for example, like that. And then I print. So this means the now the deposit information is already saved into the database. And then yeah, as you can see, later our team member Chiu will demonstrate the printing work. So because I cannot show now the printed document. Okay. So you can see now the patient is already paid the deposit 100 and unclaimed balance here is 100. All right. And then so that's all of my part. So I will pass it to parents to proceed the bill.
Okay, thanks, Benjamin. So I'm Claire. So I now will talking about the bill module. Okay, so the bill module can generate the bill to the patient, create, read, audit, delete the ward detail and the treatment detail. The bill also will be log after generate the bill. It is to prevent cashier change the bill detail after patient pay the bill. Last is also can print the bill to the patient. So now I will start to demonstrate the bill module. So after create the patient information and patient admission, we can create the RN in the sidebar and it will show the bill. So when we create it, it will pass to the billing page. So we need to view the billing detail first. So now I view some details. So when I fill the station code, what class and the department code, the station description, daily what cost and the department name will autofill. So now I set the bill. So it will pass to the what detail and the treatment detail. But at here, I also can update the billing detail. So now I demonstrate the update. So now it already update. So now I insert the what detail. It can insert the multiple what detail. The what name also will autofill when I select the what code. And the what number for there, it will auto calculate based on the what start date time and the end date time. So now I set the what detail. I also can update the what detail here. So the treatment detail same with the what detail. It also can insert the multiple treatment detail. And when I select the treatment code, the treatment name and the item per unit cost will autofill. And when I fill the item count, it will auto calculate the item total unit cost. I also can update the what treatment detail at here. So when I fill the what detail and the treatment detail, it will calculate the billable total and the final fee. The billable total will calculate based on the total what that time the daily what cost and plus the total unit cost for the treatment detail. The final fee here is 220 because it's minus the deposit for the Benjamin before insert is the 100. So now I will click the generate button. So when I click the generate button, he will pop out the alert to ask the need to confirm I want to generate or not. So when I click the OK, he will show the printing detail. At the printing detail, I can fill the printing bill print ID. So when I print it, it will show the bill has been printed. The print already can be printed one time. And now the printing will progress by the tier. And here you also can delete the bill out. So when I also now I will not demo the delete because later Benjamin will continue the task. So that's all for my part. Now I will pass to the Benjamin.
All right. Okay. Okay. Me again. So now I will continue the payment, which the bill and refund. So as you can see, just now Clarence is already created the bill. So now a patient can proceed to the bill, the payment module, which the purpose is to create the bill or refund payment after the patient already done the billing process. So in the payment module, the patient also can view the particular payment details for that particular RN, and it's okay print the receipt, which means the cashier can will print the bill receipt and give it to the patient after the patient is paid the amount. All right, so I will demonstrate. So as you can see, right now the bill is already bill for this particular RN 00004 is done. So patient can proceed to the payment. So in payment, you can see the billable total is 320. The amount due is 220 because it's already deducts the deposit amount 100 in here. So I can create the payment. For example, if I create a bill, okay, so now I just enter the amount exactly 220, and I can select the cash and the receipt serial number. So now if I click the print, so it will print the receipt and give it. Cashier will print the receipt and give it to the patient. So example, for now, if I pay more, for example, I pay 230, and then I click print. So this means, okay, after that, you can see there's an unclaimed balance in here, 10 ringgit, which means now the patient's already all the hospital 10 ringgit because hospital is pay more to the particular patient. And then, for example, the patient want to do the refund payment. So if I select the refund here and refund 10 ringgit, and then I enter the document number. In here, if I click the print, there is no receipt for the refund payment, just the bill and deposit payment only. So if I click a print, it will not print, but it will refund back the amount to the patient. So I think that's okay. Basically, the team 2, which Shashemi and Clarence is already present our part. So later we will proceed to the team 1, which is Joshua and Theo to present their part.
Thank you, Clarence, for your presenting. Now I would like to present on users and maintenance. So basically, my part will be explaining on the user login and the user CIUD. So basically, the CIUD can create new users along with updating the name and password and role under the user management tab. They can also delete users, and when the user is created, user will be able to log into the hospital information system. So here are the screenshots. So I will show basically show how it functions now. First, by default in our SQL text file, we already created 3 users by default, which is cashier, administrator, and clerk. So if you want to create a user, for example, let's say my name, Joshua, along with my password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and the role would be recruit. I this not for the required value, 1 is active, 0 is not active. But this will be used in the RBAC for phase 2. So see. So here we have the username and the password created for user management. And now I'm going to account and his name. And here is the idea. So next we'll be talking about maintenance, which is the general lookup code. So about forward codes, the lookup, treatment codes, and department codes. Basically, the lookup general would be basically allow me to take any code. For example, maybe Indonesia IN for short, and category will be country, and the name will be Indonesia, and the full name is Indonesia also. And 1 is active and 0 is active, but that one will be fixed tone, which is to basically state whether it's active or not active. Save, code is created, and code can be edited as well. So let's say information category to one to work. So we can create code, like edit code from server. We can one this code in create this code one, accept, and then moving on to status lookup. So basically status lookup is to show the different types of codes along with what is the patient code, like government or semi-government or anything related to it. And one code basically it's the same process. Everything has this create form, and we have the class and class unit for each different class, along with the last one would be one code for important, which is to put in the technologies which are to be shown in the admission by, and also basically this is used for setting which if this is a person working in the government, he will show which status uh, of department code will be linked to. And yeah, that is all for me. I shall pass back to Mr. Kyo for his part. Thank you.
Thank you, Joshua. So now I'll be talking about the printing. So we have like the registration forms, the charge sheet, the case history sheet, the sticker, the receipt, and the bills. So this is the registration form. So I fixed the positioning to fix on every single spot. So right now you can see that the name is here, the RN should be here, and then the address are here, the IC, the telephone numbers, and then the others are also on point. I'm sorry, I'm not I, I cannot show you like the printer printing by itself and compare. I'm lacking human power. I'm alone at home, so I can't really like have someone to help me and then I can compare on spot. It will take me a lot of time, but then I'm sure that everything is on spot already. Everything uh, is printed on where it's supposed to be. But now I'm kind of based on our client's requirement, I'm overhauling my codes to make it more simple for the people future who use it to read and also to understand. So I'm still taking some time to changing the codes. Right now it's still fixed. Okay, so this is the charge sheet. So everything are there, the RN, the date entry, the time of the date entry, the name, the IC, the nationality, the gender, and the age, years, month, and day. After that, the status, which is to be left blank at this moment, is also we have the address line 1, address line 2, address line 3, the number of wards, and also the class of the patient. So this is the case history sheet, the names, the address, the RN, the IC, the age of the patient, the gender, the race, CH as in Chinese. I've restricted the words to only 2 words. So and then the religion is not available in database yet, so maybe on phase 2 we will add it in. So this is the occupation, the employer name, next of kin. You have the next of kin detail, the address, and then the phone number, and also the time emitted in of the patient. This is the sticker. I have the name, the age, the RN, the IC. I'm sorry that I have to blacken out this one due to hospital confidentiality. We are not supposed to leak out the hospital's name and stuff. So this is the IC. Sorry, this is my real IC, so I have to blacken it out. So this is how it looks. It stays on point. Everything's on point. So right now is this is the receipt. It can be for deposit and also receipt via the payment receipt. So this one, the number of receipt, which is 8 digit. This is the IC, the date of payment, the time of payment, the RN, which is is specified by the client that it has to be same as the receipt on the left, so it has 2 to the right. compared to the others. And then you have this is the bill number, which we do not have a bill yet. So this is the RN, this is the pay the amount to be paid or deposit. So this is the payer's name. So this is the patient name, and this is the method of payment. It can be cash, it can be card, and there's another one I can't remember it. So this is the penjelasan, the description. So I have read the description to pay 90. So this is the bill. So right now, based on the client, I have to create like a fluid billing chart, fluid billing. So it's a little bit messy for the moment for the code. The spaces are still on spot, but then there's still a little bit of bug fixing required. So it can have multiple treatment details, and also the deposit numbers, and it will add up and then minus. So it can get up to 7 of this, and then 3 of the tolak cagaran, the deposit. So both of them will take off each other's. If this one has extra, this one will minus it, and then it will show a dot that says that there is still amount to be paid. Sorry about the day and the amount. I have put test value and put too much value. Maybe it got an error, but the other teams already fixed the problem. This is just my side. I haven't get the latest code yet. So these are the receipt the deposit. So you can have like this, can be empty. You can look that the positionings are the same with or without the jagaran. So this is the name as usual, the RN, the name, the 3 lines of address, the date of payment. So when did they go in, when did they get out. So I think I got the class and the hari. I got it back. So maybe I will notice them, but then I think they fixed it, and there should not be this problem as usual. So maximum they can be like, if there is more than four treatment details and then 4 deposit, this will show where it only shows like 4 treatment details, and there's a dot means there are more, and then it shows 3 deposit, and then the dot, and then everything will be summed here, which are to be done later on. I think that is it for my part. Thank you. So I think this sums up the whole team's presentation. Is there any question?